Hi friend, today I am going to discuss about throughput analysis. So we need to understand root cause of low throughput. So we need to first find out a specific area or a specific site where low throughput you are getting. So if you find and so throughput may be low due to many level issue. It may be yeah, dt level or parameter level, and also it's layer wise also. If we physical layer issue, it may be so, and mac layer scheduling issue. So all is responsible, so need to check one by one. So if you are wants to check on the field, then DT can check there. Suppose first of all find the location and go there and check what's their coverage. First of all, check coverage RSRP. So if we got poor RSRP, that means your throughput uh, will low. So and need to check why RSRP is low. It's maybe that location is the distance from the uh, yeah site, and also it may be blockage, or it may be yeah uh, losses by any vegetation. So and so need to find out or any elevation issue, and you get a solution by finding out the region why RSRP is poor. So and second thing is, if RSRP is good, then also you getting low throughput, then you need to check SINR. SINR, so check SINR. RSRP is good, SINR is bad. That means yeah, other cells is interfere there. So need to make one cell dominant, and all other cell need to down tilt. You can get a better signer, then you can improve our throughput. So if we get signer that good, that means you will get throughput good. And if we got their signer is good, see need to check CQI. I think signer is good, then that CQI is also good, will good, because signer and CQR have mapping. I will discuss in other video. And if both signer is good, CQI good, then need to check the yeah also modulation, what you are getting modulation, and also you need to know yeah what modulation is used by the node B. Suppose 264 sorry yeah 256 qm, 64 qm. Yeah, so need to first of all you should knowledge what you know to be using, and you should check you are getting or not. If you are getting a low modulation, that means you need to rise. And modulation also sometime low due to sin R and CQI is poor, but sin R and CQI is poor, and you getting low modulation, so need to report our team, that coding team will check what issue on the parameter and also on the level of yeah yeah physical yeah make clear on. So and second thing is check yeah mcs. mcs is the mobile sorry modulation coding scheme. This also related to throughput modulation coding scheme. It's the range 0 to 31. So if we get good MCS, then you will get good throughput. And second, next you need to check also blur. If you are getting high blur, uh, you will get low throughput, because suppose yeah you know to be using 100 sorry sending 100% and 10% is getting your yeah error, so it's will also cause to degrade our throughput. So need to check also blur, and also need to find out why getting yeah blur. So need to check if their interference yeah interference is also two types: external interference or internal interference. So I will discuss in next video. And second thing, low demand. If suppose if you are checking throughput and you are demanding very low throughput, suppose if you are uploading so or downloading very 5 MB file, 10 MB file, and you want to peak rate, so it is not possible, because yeah this is the very low demand, so it will used node be assign yeah low resources for a low demand. So need to first you check you are demanding high, suppose you need to uploading a high MB file. Uh, so and next is if there is MIMO, so need to check MIMO, what their MIMO, suppose 2 into 2, 4 into 2, and need to check RI, respective RI what you are getting. And this also will impact our throughput. If MIMO is available 4 into 4 but you are getting RI2 only, so need to check and inform. And second thing is transmission mode. You also need to check transmission mode, what transmission mode is used. So it's a very also important thing to, if we using transmission mode, suppose uh, transmit diversity, that time you are getting low throughput. So also one thing is TVS, uh, transmission block size, also it's essential one factor on throughput, so need to check also TVS. If you get yeah good TVS, you will get good throughput. And PRB, PRB, it's need to check what PRB allocated to you, and what percentage are you using. So you need to check PRB utilization also. And second one important point is also need to check latency, because latency, if yeah latency will high, that means you are calculating for throughput with respect to yeah mbps, means bit per second. That means a delay will high, that you get low throughput, so need to check latency. And if the latency will good, then your throughput will also good. and also you need to check a retransmission, packet retransmission, RLC retransmission. If our packet again will retransmit, that also affect our throughput. This is yeah on the DT level. We need to check on the DT level. This is the, but we should also need to check parameter on the E node B side. First of all, we should check site availability. So what if sometimes suppose in a uh, 2 second 3 second site is fluctuating down and up for, so it also affects, so need to check yeah, nearest site availability, and need to check alarm parameter feature, what feature like CA, and also one thing I'm missing, if have CA, so need to check CA also on DT level, and also need to check yeah, CA is yeah, activated or not. This CA will activate or not on the MAC layer, so it's a need to check on eNode B side. So DT will inform, so CA will not yeah, activated, that after that yeah, eNode B side need to check. So also CO CA also, if their CA feature is available. So this is need to also parameter level need to check CA feature, yeah, and also need to check connected RRC connected user. If suppose user will high, that your throughput will low, because our resource will divided into many users. If user will high, that throughput experience will getting low. And second thing, need to check uplink RSSI. If we uplink RSSI will high, that also will create uplink interference. Also need to check downlink interference, and need to check yeah, PRB utilization, PDCCH utilization. So this all thing is used to need to check on eNode B side. So, and what is, scheduling algorithm is used, and that what suppose yeah, eNode B assign yeah, 4 PRB, and yeah, UV not used 1 PRB, that time also yeah, low throughput region. And yeah, also we can check on eNode B side directly power limited UV. Suppose A2 event is trigger when the serving becomes worse than threshold. That means the time that if A2 is reporting, means that time coverage is getting poor. So need to check directly here what if yeah, A2 is and trigger that in a specific location and a specific site. That means their that area where UV is stand from sites is poor coverage, so need to improve coverage. So and here this is PMRRC connected max and PM radio interference. This is the counter where need to check and we also we need to if we all things check and you cannot get solution, then you you should check on the physical layer. If suppose in a physical layer, if the problem is UV, E node be assign suppose more resources, but in UV can't use all resources. Some resources going like a blank, and UV didn't send our data in that resources, so need to check on the physical layer that type of issue also. You will if you all think will check one by one, I think you got a solution. I will discuss one by one point in next video. So thank you for